Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another Nascar Diecast review, and yes, it is time for another stupidly random 124 Diecast review. Today we have a 2022 Kyle Busch. Yeah, back in his Toyota days, this was the Safelite Toyota Tundra. Now, I don't think he won a truck race in this. This is just a Safelite auto glass Tundra. They only made 720 of these in the standard finish, which is insanely low compared to the numbers they had a decade and a half ago. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and get this diecast out of the box, and let's hop right into it. Alrighty, folks, right out of the good old box, and here we go. What a cool looking paint scheme. Now, if memory serves me correct, this ran at Austin, Texas, the truck race, that Coda. And he would have won that race if it wasn't for someone body slamming him in the corner. I think it was it Bowman or was it Zane Smith? I don't know. I think Zane Smith won the race, but I think Bowman might have done a suplex. Anyways, Kyle Busch, a Chevy guy now. This was from his final year with the Toyota gang, and this is a pretty clean paint scheme. So in the front of the diecast, you got Camping World, which is it's weird how like Craftsman is back, but it makes Camping World feel so old, even though Craftsman started with the truck series back in, what, 95. Got Safelite on the hood. They did a great job with the clear coat on this thing. Very smooth, and it doesn't feel thin. It feels like a pretty good enamel to it. I got Toyota on the front end. Now, for whatever reason, they didn't make a lot of these Toyota Tundras in 2022 because this was the cheapest one I could find, yeah, it will be a donor. And this thing was a lot more expensive than I wanted to admit. But you got Toyota right there. Got Tundra, 51 Sunoco. I love the front end, though. It's very aggressive, very modern. I like that. Go to the left side of the truck. And one of my favorite features of these new Toyota Tundra, or newish, I mean, it's 24 now, not 22, is the little A-pillar right here. How this is like blacked out to kind of give that artificial vibe that it's a single glass that goes around. I like that. It's kind of clean. Go to the left side of the truck. Now, one little thing you would never know from the diecast renders is this gray stripe is actually metallic silver, which is fantastic. Shame they didn't make this in the 1/64 scale. That would have been cool. You can always make it yourself. Got Goodyear. Got NASCAR race truck. That decal's a little bit wonky, Joel. Let's get a closer look at it, shall we? We got NASCAR race truck, got Camping World Truck Series, Cometic, Holly E-Fly, Tilton, whatever the biff that is, Calico, whatever that is, ARP, Simpson. The decal is going inside the fender well. That's pretty cool. Got SKF, Lincoln Welders, Arrowhead Brass, Mobile 1. Got Rowdy Energy, which is a sad thing if you haven't known already. Rowdy Energy is no more. They're like stopped making it, which is really stupid because I feel like they made a lot of cool paint schemes. And if you have any of those Rowdy energy drink cans, you better keep them because years and years and years from now, they might actually be something, you want to hold on to. So you got Rowdy there, Toyota, whatever the biff these are, got Rowdy Energy, Rowdy something, KBM, RIP KBM. 51, I Buy Power, which is a computer gaming company, I believe. TRD, Kenworth, Interstate Batteries, Lincoln Welders, Mobile 1, Safelite. You got the American Ethanol ring, and then this, it looks like a raced version detail, which, if that was the case, that'd be pretty cool. That's actually a Bugaboo. That's some type of paint or some BS scraped on it. I could probably get it off, but again, this is just going to be a donor. Sirius XM and Safety Clean. So the back end of the diecast here, got Safelite once again. I like the red back bumper on this Toyota truck, very, very sharp. Got Toyota badge right there in the middle, or the name there, got 51. TRD Pro. Go to the right side of the diecast. Now, I can't remember if this ran with a gloss paint or gloss, clear coat, or was it like a semi-gloss. For whatever reason, a lot of the trucks from the last couple years, they run kind of a satin semi-gloss texture to it. I don't know why, but I've noticed it on a buttload of trucks. And I think when they make them, they actually produce them with gloss. I think this one had kind of a satin finish to it. I could be mistaken. You could easily modify that. You should have to just be careful taking it apart. You can see the Axalta logo is clean on this side. But that silver stripe looks very, very clean. A simple paint scheme from, the most dominating era in the truck series by far. If the trucks are around 20 or 30 years from now, they'll look back at the Kyle Busch KBM era, and it will literally be like the Yankees or the freaking Patriots of the Truck Series era. This man won like, what, 100 truck races? It was insane. I mean, the amount of, no, it was 100 Xfinity races. He won like 60 or 70 truck races. It's absolutely ludicrous how many times he won. His team, KBM, when he had it, they had the most truck wins ever. The most winningest driver in Toyota history, not even close. And I don't think anyone will probably eclipse him because you'll never be able to run as many series as Kyle Busch did. They made rules because of Kyle Busch, the same way they made rules for Jimmy Johnson. I got the 51 on the roof. Now, if you're a new fan and maybe you've never had one of these, the hood does not open and the roof flaps, or technically one roof flap, does not open either. You get your little TV camera pod right there, which is actually plastic. Go to the deck lid, or the bed cover of this truck. Now, this is one thing that I find really funny. Yes, you do not adjust your screen. The back end of the truck is actually skewed. I mean, we're talking like Gen 4 Twisted Sister skewed. I mean, look at this. Look at the back window and how skewed that is. The roof, the cab of the truck is straight. Look at the bed cover. I mean, it's crazy how skewed it is. Look at the spoiler. Look at the angle of it. Wow. I remember getting a Matt DiBenedetto truck in, it was early 2023. It was a 22 model. And I remember looking at it, I'm like, how in the world did I never notice that the bed covers on these trucks are literally a giant wedge? Now, I don't know from a historical perspective how long that has been like that, if all the truck diecast made in the past was like that. But I can tell you the fronts of these trucks used to be like the Gen 4 Twisted Sisters when they had the skewed out fronts they would go to Michigan with. The trucks had a kick out in the nose, and they would kind of massage the front of the nose of the truck to be like a bullet. And I think it was around 2014 they mandated kind of this like structured, not a COT, but basically just a box front end square body style truck nose that they used to have back in the early 2000s before they started doing all the Aero Wars. Rowdy Energy right there at Harris Teeter. I've never even seen that place before. And you got Safety Clean. I meant Safety Clean. What? Safelite. Excuse me, I'm a jabroni. On the spoiler. Got Busch on the back window and your tail light or brake light or whatever the biff that is. Anyways, what a cool looking truck diecast, guys. You know, the 1/64 scale, all the diecasts that get produced in the truck series are all generic molds. So some people like that, some people don't. Personally, from a builder's perspective, I love it because, you know, if you need parts for a Ford, you just grab a Chevy. If you need parts for a Toyota, you grab a Chevy or grab a Ford, whatever. It's all universal. But the 1/24 scale, they do have the accurate nose and tail to it. But what a cool looking paint scheme. You know, sometimes a livery for a NASCAR vehicle doesn't have to be crazy. It just needs to look good. This is like a paint scheme that I could see in the 2000s. And if it was ran every week, I feel like it would be iconic. I'm not even fronting you. Like, if this was a Bobby Labonte paint scheme or something they ran every week, I could see it being iconic. Just a good-looking, simple paint scheme. You don't see a lot of good-looking paint schemes anymore. I'll tell you what. 2024 has got to be the worst year of paint schemes I have ever seen starting out the gate. I've seen all these like paint schemes they're announcing for the Daytona 500, and we're talking cup cars. They're not talking about trucks. They're not talking about Xfinity. They're doing work down there. Let me tell you, great stuff. The Cup Series paint schemes that I've seen, over half of them are embarrassingly bad. I believe it's hilarious. I don't know what it is with the Cup Series paint scheme department, but it's just mid. It's just mid. I don't get it, guys. And I look at the Xfinity series and like Colleague Racing, they do like a random paint scheme, and it's unbelievable. I mean, they had a couple pre-orders for, I think it was a Daniel Suarez Wendy's car. It looked awesome. And there was a number 11 car. It was like blue and orange. It looked great. Enough of me ranting. But my point is that paint schemes don't have to be absolutely insanely detailed to look good. And I personally think this diecast is a great representation of that. And you can make a paint scheme still look good with the forward number. We've seen that. That's already been proven. But to me, this is a great looking diecast. And yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a donor. So enjoy it while it lasts. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Of course, for all your diecast shopping needs, make sure to head over there to Circle B Diecast. Use promo code Diecastbuffet. Any orders, $30 or more, and you'll save on shipping. And I tell you what, they got a lot of cool stuff over there. They always have sales. So, like, it's not like one of those places that they just charge MSRP. No, go over there, check every week. They always have something on sale. And you might be surprised. That, like, they had a Kyle Larson, I think it was his Nashville win from 2021. I think it was like $30 or $40. I'm like, how in the world is a Kyle Larson race to win diecast only $30 or $40? Larson stuff sells like crazy. You never know what you're going to find over there. So feel free to check it out. That's all for now. Diecast Buffet. Oh, it's rolling away. Signed it off.